So I'm walking between Paris and Bally's, so I lost my Wi-Fi. I'm reconnected, everything's good. But, okay, so here's what happened. So let me go back. We're playing the homecoming. It's a $500 buy-in. There's 3,300 people in today. They're expecting around 20. We play our first four, we're on break. Mike and I are doing okay. Then we play our next 4 rounds or 4 levels. And again, same thing. Well, this is when they take the 100 chips and they take them off the table. And they call what's run them off. So the dealer, one of the dealers actually took all of the chips rather than just coloring out. So it stopped all of play for over an hour. So some of these dealers are brand new. Everybody's nice. It wasn't intentional. So no, I don't. I'm out. So Adam, so we went through 8. We're now at level 9. And unfortunately, Mike and I were both short stacked. He went all in. I went all in. He has doubled up. Okay, you guys got to see this. You can see where I'm at right now. Look at this. Look how cool this is. Look at that. $1 million. See? Yeah, I'm out. I'm actually going to play some cash now. So Mike is still in. I think Mike's at about 50K, so he's back to where we were earlier today. Here's another one. There we are. Okay. So I'm trying to find Mike at this point. He got ahead of me. So you can see the cool stuff that they have here. Look at this. Yeah, I just posted a picture of it. Was both Phil Ivey, and they're playing a heads-up tournament. I think it's a $10,000 buy-in. It might be $100,000 because it's all the big boys. And they're playing a heads-up tournament, so you only play against one other person. And they, right at the rail, had put both Phil Ivey and Daniel Negreanu. So I took some pictures. Okay, so I'm walking in to a C. So you guys are going to see. Oh, no. Okay, no pictures. I'm going to pretend like I'm not. They said no pictures. I just got in trouble. Okay, I'm going to pretend like I didn't hear her. Okay. Let's see. I think Mike is in this line. Nope. Okay. So I have a C here. I'm going to step out so I don't get kicked out. Okay. And then I'll tell you guys the rest of the story. Yeah. Oops. Sorry, I didn't know. I'm just so silly. I'm just a girl. Just kidding. Okay. I'm allowed to be live out here. Okay, so here's what happened. So you come back from the half an hour break, and let's say you had 52,000 or 18,000 or 200,000. You don't know how much you had. So they had to stop play for an hour, go through each and every eye in the sky, and had to figure out the chip count. So there was 3,200 people sitting and waiting, and all of us were just sitting. So it's called poker, but I don't think that's ever happened. I was told last night in one of the main tournaments, the dealer had an absolute mare then. Okay. I don't know if so our first deal, my first dealer at my table, she said this is the very first table and my very first time dealing ever. She was super nice. We helped her do the simple math and stuff and how to break stuff up, and so you just have to be patient. A lot of these people he is at orange 40. Okay, I'm gonna go find him in a minute to see where he's playing. So it was so I played about 5 hours in. A nightmare. Yeah. Yeah, the person who did it, let's see, hot as hell in here. Oh, okay. So we've gone from one room that was super, super, super cold. So if you know that Bally's is where we usually play, and then Paris is next to it, we're in their convention space. You can see this is Bally's convention space, and you can see it's the series. Okay, so I went until level 9, so that was about 4.5 hours in, and I busted. I'm going to go play some cash, or how it's called sit and goes. So here's how they work, which is what I'm going to go play in a minute. So you buy in, let's say $100. They have $70 ones, they have $100 ones. No, Marty Bird, this is, it's called the Homecoming. So the Homecoming is the lowest buy-in with the largest pool. So it's $500 and there's around 18,000 people. And so if you make it to the end of day one, you actually cash, which is pretty cool. And it's, I mean, if you make it to the last day, you're in the millions. So, so what I'm going to do is go play what's called a sit and go. So a sit and go is where you take let's just make it easy and say $100, and there's 8 people at your table. Once it fills out all 8, I'll go back to that question, Adam, in a second. Once you do all 8, everybody buys in, and let's say they take a rake at $10, so 9 times 8, you win $720. It's winner take all. So I'm going to go sit in one of those just to see how I've never played one. I played online tons, but I've never played one. So let's see. So here's interesting. Adam asked how long they're playing today. They're playing 22, it's 11 hours of poker, so it's 22 levels or 15% of the field, because at 15% of the field, everybody gets paid. So it might go to 23 or 24. It's whichever one's later. So day 1 is today, but there's 4 flights. So there's 4 day ones: Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. My bags today, which if you don't know what bag means, they literally give you like a Ziploc bag and you seal your chips in it and you come back on Monday. So all the people from all 4 of the flights will come back on Monday. So Mike was short stacked, but now he is either doubled or tripled up. So he was feeling pretty good. But this room is super hot in comparison. How long? But then you have to add in, there's a 30-minute break every 4 levels. And then at dinner, it's a 90-minute break. But now it's an extra hour delayed. Are you entering any satellites for the 10K one? I may, so let me go back to that because my chat disappears. So I want to make sure to read the question. So I'm hoping, I'm going to play a sit and go, because if I can win, oh, Mike's still in. There's Mike. Mike's still in. Good job, honey. So we knew honey would do good. Got moved to Bally's. Mike, I am over at Bally's. I followed you. I actually said, Mike, 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 and I tried to turn the camera, and then I got in trouble because you're not allowed to film inside, which I'm not, so I've stepped out of the main area. I don't know if it goes over here. I may do a satellite. I'm going to go try to find out about that. I've only played, this is my 3rd series, and I've only played the smaller tournaments. So Mike has encouraged me to venture out a little bit, do one of these sit and goes, maybe do a satellite. So I am doing that. And go Mike. Yes. So he's awesome. He's going to do great. So just remember, don't go all in on 4 to a straight. So I got short stacked, and then I had ace 7, and I went against jacks and kings, and my ace did not turn. So unfortunately, my day is over. So it was a $500 buy-in. I'm going to play 2 other tournaments. The ladies tournament because they have a very small buy-in with a very large. Did you hear the log is gone? I heard that. I generally heard that, but I would like to see some verified information, because I think the person that it came from, there's been some issues in the past of, yeah, I'd like to actually see the pictures though, before I would comment to it. So if, I haven't been on anything today except for playing poker. I'm waiting for the log to appear in eBay. Yeah, that'd be interesting. Well, and I would think there is, video from Justin's cameras that could see who actually did that. Wouldn't that be funny? That's how they find out who has the log. Illegal cameras, illegal activity, or maybe I don't know. Truthfulness should be off. Yeah, we had some issues. So I'd love to see it, to see if it's actually so. Like, that's the nice part about Rudy, finding the log. It's like Rudy is pretty forthright. Yeah. Mike needs a royal flush. Not this early, MJ. Mike just needs enough to keep going and gradually go up. There is going to be, if this goes all 3 days, technically it's illegal to take the log, yeah. He's going to have about 40 hours of play. So when you're in hour 4, you try not to push all in all the time unless you have to. So Mike always says it's like slow and steady, slow and steady. So I'm going to play 2 other events. I'm definitely playing the ladies event because that's a low buy-in. Probably just moved it over 50 feet or so. Yeah, I betcha. And it's such a maze. I don't see how the log could have been moved though without some real, I did. Somebody messaged me earlier and said that. I don't see how it could be moved without some major. Well, anyway, it'll be interesting to actually see somebody posted up on the Facebook page because I can't get to anything else right now. Okay, so I'm going to play the ladies event, and then I'm going to play. I think it's called the Millionaire Maker Bounty. So this is a really cool tournament because here's what happens. Everybody gets a little chip, and it's called a bounty chip. So when you get knocked out, you take your bounty chip over to the cage, and they give you an envelope. When you open that envelope, it could be $500 or $1 million. So that's why it's called the Millionaire Maker. So, and that's only on day 2. So you have to make it past day 1. And if you make it to day 2, any person you knock out, you get the envelope. And then the envelope, I don't know, open live? That would be awesome. So it can have anywhere from, I think it's a $1,000 buy-in. So the lowest in the envelope is $1,000. I need to start playing again. Yeah, the free rolls are awesome too. There's so much poker. I mean, this is the first week of the series, and so this will be a very long month for poker players, slow and steady. So Bally's is actually closed. I'll take you guys over there later. They shut down the room completely because they're going to reopen it as the Horseshoe. So Mike is in the field. I'm going to find him. I want to see you in the main event. Yeah, you know, Mike won once fights, and it was like a $50 buy-in and gets you to, he won it, and they offered him, I think it was buy-in or he got like $8,000, and he took the $8,000 and paid off his car. So I don't know, I would have been tempted, but I don't feel like I'm there yet. This is my 5th year playing. I'm not really ready unless I get in like via satellite. I'm not ready for that level of play. Mike definitely is, but he's been playing 20 years. I've been playing 5. So I wouldn't mind him being in that level of money. He knows how to play. He knows, I mean, I've cashed a few tournaments, but these are little tournaments, not a $10,000. So anyway, and that's the cool part. The one thing that I don't think people understand about the series is you think of the Phil Ivies and Daniel Negreanu's. Yeah, they're in the 100,000 high stakes. They're not in, like, there's these smaller $500 tournaments that people can play like me and actually do okay, because most of the high-end professionals, they're in the $100,000 buy-ins. They're not in the 10,000. So there's a lot of people like me. I got knocked out. I could rebuy, but I think I'm gonna wait, and I want to check things out for a little bit. But I'll give, if you're not on Facebook, we've been doing Facebook, on every break, we have been updating the Facebook page. But I know a lot of you guys aren't on that. So probably at dinner break we'll go live, which was it's supposed to be at 6. They might now bounce that to 7, but I now become the deliverer. So I'm gonna go get him whatever food he wants. The pros often are steak too. Yeah, Negreanu actually sold, I think, half of his action, and it was sold out in an hour. Madison, I think he sold half and he still had some. Mike is up for, that's actually what Mike wants to do, so let's see if he cashes this one. He is thinking, I shouldn't say this should be his to say, but he's thinking of us putting in half, seeing if we can get $5,000 of other people to stake him, and he could probably cash. But let's see how this goes first. He can decide that. 20 years playing, geez, I think I have a couple months under my belt with Texas Hold'em. I've been playing 7 cards since I was 8. Yeah, as I was at rock school. Yeah, so I played way back with my mom. My mom was a big time poker player in my early 20s, and now I'm in my late 40s. And I didn't play. I kind of needed to pick a path. I'm a little bit obsessive compulsive, so mine was between grad school and playing poker, and I decided I went to grad school. So I hadn't played in 20 years, and Mike's like, oh, let's go to Bally's. And Bally's is now the home. Bally's is now going to be named the Horseshoe, and when it reopens, that will happen. So I'm going to turn this around just to show you guys. This is like this, and Paris does day 1s, and day 2s are over at Bally's, and they're I'm pretty excited. So see how the rest of the day goes. If anybody wants to shoot me log pictures or where this information is, I would love to hear a little bit more, because I mean, I guess a log being gone doesn't mean that they're trampling the area, but yeah, that log, that's sad. If somebody, well, if they just moved it though, if they moved a tree, I think you're allowed to move stuff, right? I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna go find. Oh, pictures. Okay, I haven't seen those. Do we think it's legit? Is it like no question? You can see that it's the same area, same log, all of that. Sorry, I've been out of the loop. What hours do you? Yeah. John posted them. Okay. Do we? I mean, I heard they came from Nikki, from the DB Cooper side of the house. So, do we know many logs? John just posted them. Okay. If you guys know, like, do we know the backstory of who took the video, who took the pictures? Is it just pictures? It can't. I can't. Oh, I can't bluff. That's actually what I'm learning to do, Zozo. Is I actually. If you watch Danny Negrano's masterclass, he talks about at the beginning, all you want to do is, now, sorry, you guys are being really nice. A bunch of messages just came in. He talks about, I remember when I flopped a full house and I went all in, and it's like, that's the wrong thing to do. At the beginning, like stage one is you just want to learn how to win a pot, and you don't care what kind of pot that is. Step two is figuring out how to get value, and that's where I'm at. And so if I flop a full house, you probably want to slow play that, and you try to get more money out of it over time. I just didn't know that. That was my first year playing. I was just so excited to win pots, and so then you get into pot odds and that next step as well. So so super interesting if the log is gone, but I'd like to story because Nikki's been known to have a little shenanigans sometimes and tell some tales out of school, or at least he did with the DB stuff, and a few of us kind of caught him in that. So I'm hoping, I don't know what to hope for. I just let it, but I don't want to report breaking news when it's not. So, but we'll report out on Monday, whatever it looks like. So we'll see. I know there's a lot of people that are going to be there this weekend. Yeah, this weekend, I think. So it'll be interesting to see if anybody can find it. So, well, thank goodness that Rudy found it first, huh? Okay, so back to the World Series. So we are, I would say, in. It looks legit gone. Wow. Okay. Well, then that's even more super interesting. So I'll come back live. I will talk. We're actually going to do some videos a little bbit later. I'm just at the point now of I wanted to put the word out about, I cannot believe this happened with the dealer. The dealer pulled all the chips from one of the tables. It's like, what are you thinking? But I mean, I know it was probably an honest mistake, but I don't think you can come back from that one. So I'm gonna go find Mike. You guys have an awesome rest of the day. Thumbs up for Mike Cash, baby. You can do it. Dinner breaks in, no, next break is in, I think about an hour and a half. So we are good to go. 100% is gonna pop up on eBay. Yeah, but then that means you can't have stolen property up on eBay. eBay has a bunch of rules, so that'll be interesting in itself. So, okay, guys, you guys have a good rest of. We'll probably go live a little later. Bye.